verse 13. Watch that. If the heavens are locked over a nation and there is no rain, look at the kind of hardship we're going through in Nigeria now. If locusts come and start devouring the land, whether physical or demonic, if I send pestilence like Ebola or COVID or that, a disease breaks out, a lot of people are dying. If you see any of this, it tells you that there's something wrong in the spiritual realm. If my people, verse 14, that are called by my name shall humble themselves. So it requires corporate. You saw how Joel said, assemble the elders, assemble the congregation, sanctify the people. Yes. If they shall humble themselves, pray, seek my face, and there will have to be repentance, turning from their wicked ways. Then what will happen? Then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sins. And what? Do you know how he does the healing of the land? He opens the window, those 7 floodgates. We have done this individual thing in Nigerian Christianity. The Nigerian church now needs to come to maturity and take responsibility to shift the atmosphere over this nation. Repentance and a lot of humility will be involved in this. Prayer and fasting will be involved in it, just like Joel recommended. And cooperation among, we have to leave our denomination. A lot of ministries will have to come together and leave all the men of God have special prescription. Priests, ministers of God, elders, leave all their fight and humble themselves and come together. And then the Lord shall open to thee his good treasure. This is not a promise to a church, it's to a nation. That doesn't mean a church can't claim it. A church can. Can an individual claim it? Because in the bigger picture, there is something for everybody. Let me show you how. If you get a bigger level, there is inside it what you need for everybody. For example, when rain falls, it also energizes the underground water. Those of us who already have rivers have the river overflow. Because we're now in revival. Everybody. Okay, look at Zechariah 10, verse 1. So you see what happened when there is an awakening. Acts of the Lord rain, that Zechariah 10:1. Acts of the Lord rain in the time of the latter rain, so the Lord will make bright clouds and give showers of rain to what? So it affects everybody. Everyone grass. The individual anointings will be the few people you can touch and impact. But a deluge, you see how it did destruction during Noah's time. That's how it can cause massive construction, massive deliverance, mass salvation. A young nation. So see what the Bible said. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another kingdom, verse 14, God suffered no man to do them wrong. He rebuked kings for their sakes, saying, touch not my anointed, and do what? Do my prophet. Now, pastors quote it for pastors, and it applies because it applies to any anointed. But you need to understand that that statement was made for a whole nation. It's an anointed nation. America used to be an anointed nation, just like Israel used to be an anointed nation. And God is trying to get Nigeria now to get to that place of becoming a sheep nation, an anointed nation, and a heavily blessed nation that has open heaven over it. People will come from other countries to come and get revival here. That is the master. That's where he's taking this project. Because better soup, somebody paid the price. It's not just, there's a proverb here. They say good soup is money that cooked it. That somebody paid for it. Miracle happens when somebody pays the price. Miracle happens when somebody cares. We just need to put love for our nation in the heart of believers. If you walk in my statutes, keep my commandments, and do them. Go on. 4. Then I will give rain in due season. Do you know how many revivals America has experienced? In Nigeria, I only hear about one, revival of the 70s. When are we going to have the revival of 2000 and beyond? Why didn't we have revival of the 90s? Rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield her fruit. Verse 5. And your threshing floor shall reach unto the vintage, and the vine vintage shall reach unto the sowing time. That's the sowing time and the harvesting time will meet. And you shall eat your bread to the full and dwell in the land safely. Safety, security in a nation, not just prosperity. Verse 6. This is what the rain of heaven causes. So, and I will give peace in the land. You see peace, and you shall lie down. Nobody will make you afraid. Is that how it is now? And I will rid evil beasts out of the land. That's demonic forces. Neither shall the sword. See all this war, all the fight, killing. Sword go through your land. Conflict end. Rain from heaven. So you see, national development has two dimensions. There is a spiritual side to this issue. Then there is a natural side to it. And if we don't take care of the atmosphere, at verse 7, and you shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. 5 of you shall chase 100, 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall by the sword. At verse 8, for I will have respect unto you and make you fruitful, multiply you, and establish my covenant with you. Anointed nations. We need a continental wide outpouring of the Spirit. We need a nationwide outpouring of the Spirit. And those of you that are believers, this is what you need to work on. This is how to remove the burden of oppressors. And if you work on revival, it will correct the head of your governors and those leading and all kinds of things. You remove the bad ones and throw up righteous leaders. When God steps in, it doesn't matter who is Pharaoh. It doesn't matter who is Nebuchadnezzar. There's a reason why you are a new creation. Don't act like natural men. Live the natural men. There is an outpouring now he wants to send on the whole nation. This country is going to be shaken. And of course, we're talking about the continent of Africa and the world. It's a worldwide move.